Alright, against the odds time, we are looking to quest it up with Ula in Modern. Okay. We'll try this. Double Nykthos is awkward, but we do have a turn 1 quest, and this deck has so many creatures. This is our lucky foil quest. For some reason, I have one random foil quest for Ula's Temple in my collection. So we're playing it. Oh, alright, pass the turn. Urz is mine for our opponent, and Chromatic Star. Okay, pass turn. Quest, triggers, it's a Scourge of Fleets. Alright, Nykthos, go. I don't think Tron is a good matchup. We don't really have any way to kill lands, and we did not draw an island. Oh no. Tower, opponent cracks it. And Ancient Star Eggs, if we just get turn 3 Troned, there's not a whole lot we can do. And Chromatic Star. Come on, island! Or I guess more creatures. Well, Border Post is close. That's actually pretty good. So we get to return an island, play an island, pass the turn. Well, our opponent does have Tron. And, alright, good game. We can't beat a card from here. There's just no beating card. We get to bring in negates. That's sort of something. A Cryptic Command, a Bribery, and a Commandeer. I think those are our best cards in this matchup. Try it like that. Well, we got Border Posts, and we we got Leviathans and Krakens. No quest. Well, Island, Border Post, pass the turn. There's a mine, and Chromatic Star. Well, Island, Border Post, pass the turn. Oh no, there's a tower. Is our opponent just going to have turn 3 Tron again? Oh, Nature's Claims, a Border Post. Hooray. Oh, that's Commandeer. Alright, let's pass the turn. Let's pass the turn. Come on, Tron. Now we're rooting for our opponent to play Tron into Karn. Because we can Commandeer the Karn and then... Oh, there's a piece. What do they have? Chromatic Star, okay. Apparently they don't have a finisher yet. Relic, okay. Cracks Relic, okay. Expedition Map. Oh, well, we're just hoping that their finisher is a Planeswalker and not a creature. We can't really beat a creature finisher. Let's cast a face-down Void Mage. Pass turn. We can still Commandeer for free, putting our big sea creatures to good use. Come on, card! Opponent plays another land. Oh, no. Oh, it's a Karn! We did it! We did it, boys and girls! Yes! We'll take that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, we're gonna lose this match probably, but that was sweet. Nykthos doesn't do much here, so let's just nuke the Urza's Tower. Play Nykthos. Get in 4-2. And pass turn. Opponent plays a forest. Sylvan Scrying. Alright, let's unmorph this and sack it to get rid of Sylvan Scrying. Opponent passes. Another Storm Tide. Well, let's tick up, targeting our opponent with their own card. Pass turn. Opponent. Sylvan Scrying. Well, let's negate Sylvan Scrying. Opponent has a sphere. And cracks it. And a sphere. Well, I think it's safest just to nuke the power plant. Oh man, we're actually getting close to our Leviathan too. And then Wistful Selkie draws us a card. Scourge of Fleets. Yep, pass the turn. So Nykthos actually adds a mana now. Another forest for our opponent. Nature's Claims, our Border Post. Well, let's take up Karn. Get rid of our opponent's last card. It was a World Breaker. Get in with Wistful Selkie. Maybe we are going to win with our opponent's Karn. Expedition Map for our opponent. And passes. Well, let's get rid of a mine. Opponent cracks the map. Gets a tower. So get in with Wistful Selkie. Play Judge's Familiar. And pestered. Commandeer. There's the tower. Opponent passes. Well, let's Karn the tower. We're getting close. Get in with our creatures. Pestered. Another's is mine. Take up Karn. It was Wormcoil. Apparently, Karn is good not only in Tron, but also against Tron. Opponent passes. There's a Cryptic. And let's tick up card. Oh man, we could restart the game with Trotted play. That seems sweet. and a Nugan. Ancient Stirrings for our opponent. Gets Power Plant. Plays the Power Plant. Now let's tick up card. Get in. And pestered. Come on, let us restart the game. No scooping. We won't even attack. Oh! Well. Oh, that Commandeer was so good. Oh my god. Alright, let's run it back. Commandeer's like, oh, we got it again. Commandeer's like the bribery that works from the battlefield. Oh man. We have one Commandeer, we drew it again. Okay, we'll keep. Urza's mine for our opponent, and Relic. Well, Island, go. We are going to need another land for these Wistful Selkies. Urza's Power Plant for our opponent. Cracks Relic. Plays a star. Well, there's a land. Well, let's just cast a Void Mage. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent cracks. And Sylvan's crying. So they're going to have Tron next turn. There's the tower. And Oblivion Stone. Now, play a land. Get in with Void Mage. Well, let's cast Wistful Selkie. Well, there's our quest. Come on, non-creatures. Card, 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 card. Oh! Oh my god. Twice in a row. Twice in a row. We got you. Oh my lord. Alright. So we have a card now. Let's nuke the tower. Hope our opponent doesn't have another one to be able to fire off this Oblivion Stone next turn. There's a Chromatic Sphere. Okay. Our opponent's gotta be so tilted. If only they knew it was a one-of. That would probably make them much happier. Cracked it. Ancient Stirrings. Gets Chromatic Sphere. And opponent passes. Well, let's get in. We just gotta hope our opponent does not draw exactly tower off the top of their deck. Tick up and pass the turn. Come on, no tower. No tower this one turn. Opponent plays Chromatic Sphere. So we'll sack our Wistful Selkie to counter it. Opponent passes. Alright, now we get to get rid of another Tron piece. So now our opponent's way away from setting up Tron. Get in with Void Mage. Are we actually going to beat Tron? With Commandeer? Cast Void Mage. Pass it. Oh, this might be my favorite match of all time. Alright, Chromatic Star. Opponent passes. Oh, and that's a Nykthos too. Well, get rid of the last land. And our opponent scoops it up! Wow! Oh, our opponent. Oh, man. That might be the last game of Magic they played for a while. Oh, my goodness, that was too good. All right, against the odds time, questing it up in Modern. And we'll keep this. Pretty reasonable. No Ula's Temple, but got some mana, got a Nykthos. Mountain for our opponent. And, oh dear, Monastery Swiftspear. This might be bad. Opponent gets in with Swiftspear. Down to 19. Alright, let's just Island and Border Post. And Pestern. There's a Sacred Foundry for our opponent. Untap down to 18. And Helix to the face. Yep. So down to 14. Well, let's just Island and cast Harbinger Tides. Bounce this Swiftspear. And Pestern. There's Swiftspear. And Lava Spikes. Well, unfortunately, we gotta let this go. We need a Harbinger to live here. So we're down to 9. We're getting close, though. Border Post. Alright, we gotta wait. Just Nykthos and Wistful Selkie. Draw a card. And Pestern. Vexing Devil for our opponent. Well, we gotta let that live. So, no damage. Opponent goes attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4... Well, I think we gotta take it for now. This isn't exciting. There's a Boros Charm. Yeah, we're probably dead then. Down to 5, down to 3, which is definitely burn range. Well, played Judge's Familiar. And then I guess we just Scourge of Fleets. I'd be surprised if this saved us, though. So we bounce Swiftspear, get a big sea creature, and Pestern. Are we dead yet, is the big question. Apparently not just yet. Opponent attacks. Well, we block with our Scourge. I see. Well, fair enough. So bring in Negate, bring in Cryptic, also bring in Spellskite, and Tidebinder Mage, go down Harbinger of Tides, Declaration of Naught, Scourge of Fleets, Elder Deep Fiend, Venser, and Dusk Mantle. Try it like that. Alright, so we get to play first. Okay. I mean, this is somewhat reasonable. We don't really have a trump card in this matchup that just wins us the game. So, Island, and let's get our quest down. Hopefully start getting some counters. And Pestered. There's a Vexing Devil. Well, I think we're just going to take 4 here. Quest for Ula's Temple gives us... Oh dear. That's not good. Well, play a Nykthos. That is way too many Nykthoses. Play Border Post. Play Judge's Familiar. And Pestern. Clifftop Retreat for our opponent. Another Vexing Devil. What is happening? That's a lot of burn. Yeah, I guess we gotta take it. We can't really block it here. Hand a Swift Spear. Opponent gets in. Can't do anything about it, unfortunately. Down to 11. Quest for Ula's Temple gives us another Border Post. Well, this time we can just cast it. Might as well get in for 1. And pass turn. Can we Stormtide Leviathan next turn? We don't have many blue mana symbols. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7? I think we're a mana short. Sacred Foundry for our opponent. Sure. Oh, Volcanic Fallout pumps a Swift Spear, gets in for 2. I mean, Alving Burn is a very good matchup. This has been a very odd draw for our opponent. We get a Negate, and that does it. Alright, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, so... I don't think Burn's a good matchup anyway, but that went even worse than I would have expected. Alright, against the odds time, it's Ula time in Modern. And, alright, this is actually pretty good. We have a Border Post, we have a quest for Ula's Temple, a Stormtide to put into play once we trigger it, some fast mana, so we'll give this a shot. Island, and let's just lead on quest. Pestern. Steam Vents for our opponent, untapped. And, oh dear, Faithless Looting. That means something bad's gonna happen. No one plays Faithless Looting because they want to draw 2 and discard 2. Quest for Ula's Temple. Do we get a creature? We do. Judge's Familiar. Sweet. That was actually a super good draw because we get to play a Border Post, pick up our land, replay the land, and play Judge's Familiar, and pass the turn. And then next turn we're set up for Wistful Selkie, and we're only 2 counters away from dumping the Stormtide Leviathan. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not that far away from just actually casting it with Nykthos either. Another Faithless Looting. Okay, we'll let that go. Opponent passes. Quest for Ula's Temple. Alright, just to land. Well, let's get in for 1 with our Judge's Familiar. Play an island. Play our Wistful Selkie. Draws us a card. Plumeveil is probably not very good in this matchup. Pestern. Although it does make a bunch of mana for Nykthos. Island for our opponent. And passes. Quest gives us a Border Post. Well, let's get in with our creatures. Play a Border Post. Opponent counters. Alright. Play an island. And Pestered. Steam Vents for our opponent. Untapped. Well, let's cast Plumeveil. Not good, but it's blue mana symbols. Another land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, let's go to combat. Get in with our creatures. Put our opponent to 9. Play Nykthos. Do we want to run this into a leak? It does give us lethal next turn if it resolves. Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? Stormtide Leviathan. Opponent does have another leak. Alright. Pass the turn. Well, now we got to draw something else good. Serum Visions for our opponent. Still not really sure what our opponent's doing. Pentad Prism. This might be Possibility Storm, actually. Come on, creature on top. Sure, we'll put a quest counter on. Get a Scourge of Fleets. Get in with our creatures. Play Scourge of Fleets. Play the island. Alright, well, we basically put our opponent to their test. They gotta do something this turn, or else we have lethal next turn. There's a Serum Visions. And our opponent scoops it up. Did not find their pieces. Sweet. Okay, so Possibility Store means Cryptic Command, Bribery, Sower of Temptation, and Negates should come in. Going down, Harbinger of Tide, Scourge of Fleets is not very good. Kira, not too exciting. And, oh, actually, again, we got to get rid of the Plume Veils. Plume Veil just does nothing. So we can leave in what? I guess we can leave in Kira and bring in Spellskite. Try it like that. Alright, we got some mana. Opponent has Certain Visions. Declaration of Naught could also be pretty good here. There's a probe for our opponent, so they know what's going on. Opponent passes. Ooh, there's our quest, too. Well, let's get down a border post first. Pass turn. Because the next turn we can border post and quest. Faithless Looting for our opponent. Discards an Emrakul, shuffles everything back in. Yeah, this is... So let's border post. This is definitely Possibility Storm. And quest for Ula's Temple. Pass turn. Vandal Blast would be pretty bad if that resolved. Another Faithless Looting. Opponent passes. Quest for Ula's Temple. Another border post. Play a land. Play Declaration of Naught. Name Possibility Storm. And, geez, we are all in on the border post plan. Another border post. Best turn. If we ever draw Nykthos, we're going to have a ton of mana. And our opponent scoops it up. Whoo, they couldn't find their lads. Oh, well, that wasn't the most exciting match, but a win's a win when you're playing Quest for Ula's Temple. Against the odds time. Looking to quest it up with Ula's Temple in Modern, but... Alright, Mistvein Border Post, best turn. Temple of Triumph for our opponent. Haha, is this our land destruction opponent from last week? We have a solution! Can't kill that with a Stone Rain now, can ya? Chalice on 0, okay, sure. Our opponent is thinking we're probably playing Restore Balance. Border Post, go. Little do they know, there's a Plains, double Spirit Guide, and a Chandra, and yikes. Well, land and I guess Kira can at least pressure Chandra? Opponent's realizing we're not Restore Balance now. Oh, double Spirit Guide hand. Oh no, you're kidding. Oh my lord. That's what they call the nuts. Discards a Bad Blood Moon. Sacred Foundry, tapped. Oh, these Plume Veils. They are not looking too hot. Well, I guess we gotta hit Chandra. And we name... I guess we'll name future Chandras. That's the turn. Yeah, this is a pretty nutty draw for our opponent's deck. To have turn 2 Chandra, turn 3 Nahiri is pretty above the curve. The downside of all this is next game, they have something else. Is this just the ultimate nut draw? Wrath of God? Pretty much. Alright, that does it. Well, that was just a super good draw for our opponent. Thankfully, we line up pretty well with what they're doing, I think, and we actually get to bring in some reasonable cards. Try it like that. Well, at least we got a negate, no quest, and a lot of expensive sea creatures that we may or may not ever cast. So, border post, go. Windswept Teeth for our opponent, and passes. Well, island, go. Tap land. Island, go. Getting to Teferi would be kind of sweet, too. Teferi would get us to Elder Deep Fiend, and then at least we'd have an octopus down. Opponent probably took out their Blood Moons the way they're playing. Alright, Nahiri off Spirit Guide mana, definitely negating that. So we survived the first test. Still not doing much, though. Alright, well, border post, play a land, pass the turn. Hope we don't get Stony Silenced. Tap land for our opponent, and passes. Ooh, that's a Nykthos, too. Well, things are shaping up. Let's play an island, pass the turn. Now we can Teferi, and that'll give us 3 more blue, which might let us Magus of the Moon. Oh, no. Alright. That actually slows us down. Let's Teferi. Now, play Nykthos. Get in with Teferi. Play Quest for Ula's Temple. And Pestern. Opponent has Nahiri. Goes after our Teferi. Well, let's Elder Deep Fiend. Tap down our opponent's stuff again. Alright, so we get to kill the Nahiri. Opponent passes. What do we get off our quest? Demir Guildmage. Well, that works. Lets us immediately draw a card. And we can actually make our opponent discard if we wanted to. But let's get in, kill Nahiri, and pass turn. Opponent has another Nahiri. Alright, goes again at our creature. We get a Stormtide Leviathan. Well, let's draw a card. Attack Nahiri. Ooh, opponent trades. Okay. So Nahiri down. Play Voidmaid Prodigy. And pass turn. So we'll see. We might actually have the mana to start casting stuff if our opponent can't kill stuff. We'll have to see. They might have to take down Nahiri to get rid of Quest for Ula's Temple. That sounds insane, but that could actually be a thing that has to happen for our opponent. Alright, they Lightning Helix. Oh, they ignore the quest. Well, this is our chance. We need to hit a creature here. Come on, creature. Come on, Quest for Ula's Temple. What time? Oh, it's a border post. Play the border post. Replay the island. Well, I guess that means what we should do is play Declaration of Naught. Name Wrath of God. Then Nykthos and just Scourge of Fleets. We have a Kraken! Oh, we got a Kraken at Nahiri and get her off the table. So pass the turn. It's kind of working. I don't know if we're winning. Opponent gets rid of the Quest for Ula's Temple. Finally made him do it. Well, hopefully we just kill this Nahiri. And then Stormtide? Stormtide is pretty big. Opponent passes. We get another quest. Well, let's kill Nahiri. Alright, there goes our thing. So Nahiri lives another turn. Good news is we get to Stormtide Leviathan. Yes! Pass the turn. Opponent loots with Nahiri. Plays a Johnny Vengeant. Taps down our Nykthos. We get a Wistful Selkie. You gotta be kidding me. Of all the things. Oh my god. Wistful Selkie draws us a useless land. Quest for Ula's Temple. Play an island. Pass the turn. Wow. Well, our opponent's getting what they want somehow. That is a bit depressing. They don't really have answers to what we're doing except for Blessed Alliance, but they're very good at drawing Blessed Alliance. And they have an Anger of the Gods. The tides have turned, opponent. The tides have turned. That is a card called Bribery. We gotcha! We gotcha! Yes! Yes! Oh. Hopefully they don't have their Emrakul in hand. I'm gonna cry. Alright, so we will take Emrakul, I believe. Let's see if our opponent can beat an Emrakul. Oh, goodness. And our opponent scoops it up! Oh, through all the Planeswalkers! Bribery, man. I just gotta build a Bribery Commandeer deck. I play them like as one-ofs in the sideboard, but we just gotta play a whole deck that's only those. Wow, when they work, they're so sweet. Yeah, let's try that again. Hand's a bit slow. Opponent's mulliganing, though. We'll try this. Another island. Well, island go. Let's see how fast they get a Planeswalker down is the big question. Planes for our opponent. Wistful Selkie's not bad. At least it cycles, and it's a creature. Do they have the turn 3 Planeswalker? They do not. So, island. We've drawn a lot of islands. And Wistful Selkie. Not island. Please, not island. Opponent kills it. We draw a card. Alright, it's a border post. Pass the turn. Another land for our opponent. And there's a Nahiri. Takes up Nahiri. Well, land go. Takes up Nahiri. They're just going on the quick Emrakul plan by the looks. Luckily, we have this Venser to keep us alive. A Johnny Vengeant, eh? Okay, Johnny Vengeant takes up targeting Nahiri. Well, let's Venser. Bounce the Nahiri. Ooh, and a negate. That's good. So let's get in at a Johnny. It just passed the turn. Opponent plays Chandra. Well, let's negate Chandra. Opponent taps down our Venser. Yep, there's a Nykthos. So let's border post, pick up a land, replay a land, pass the turn, stop on our opponent's upkeep, and just emerge an Elder Deep Fiend, tap out our opponent. Planes for our opponent. Takes down a Johnny. Scourge of Fleets. Okay, well, kill a Johnny. And pass turn. There's Nahiri. Kills our Elder Deep Fiend. Oh, let's play our Teferi. I'm feeling like we might actually win this match. We're going to start flashing in huge sea creatures. Island, alright. Well, kill Nahiri. And pass the turn. Opponent has another Nahiri. Takes it down. Well, I guess it's Storm Tide time. With Flash! Flashing in the Storm Tide Leviathan. Sacred Foundry for our opponent. Untapped. That probably means... Ooh, we gotcha! Alright, cast a Judge's Familiar. So good here. And our opponent scoops it up! Can't beat the Judge's Familiar! This deck, we're flashing in Stormtide Leviathans, and it's good enough to win! Well, we've only got a handful of Quest for Ula's Temple triggers because our opponents tend to kill it. Somehow they're scared of that card, but... oh my god. Oh, winning. Alright, against the odds time. Playing some Ula's Temple, or Quest for Ula's Temple, in Modern. Temple of Epiphany. So our opponent is most likely on some sort of control deck. It also could be Ad Nauseam. Well, land and Quest for Ula's Temple. Pass the turn. There's the plains for our opponent. Probably not Ad Nauseam then. Spreading Seas our island. To turn it into an island. Sure, double island. Come on, Ula's Temple! Give us some counters. Or more Ula's Temples. They don't really stack well. I guess the good news is they do generate more devotion if we draw Nykthos. Spreading Seas the same island. Triple island. What's our opponent playing? Another Scryland. Come on, Quest for Ula's Temple. Ooh, that's a Stormtide Leviathan. Getting there. Yes. Well, let's get in with Judge's Familiar. Play an island, pass the turn. We wouldn't mind drawing a Nykthos. Nykthos would be sweet. Opponent. Oh no. Really? Are you going to Detention Sphere Quest for Ula's Temple? You gotta be kidding. Oh, that's so bad. Oh no. Alright, well, let's click our opponent. Detention Sphere, Peace of Mind, Nodes, Revelation. Well, I guess we just get rid of the nodes. So this is like a blue-white Enduring Ideal deck, I think. That was actually pretty painful to lose both of those. Opponent plays the tap land. Well, let's get in with our creatures. Cast Harbinger of Tides. Pass turn. Oh, come on, Nykthos, so we can at least cast a Stormtide. There's a Peace of Mind. Can gain our opponent some life by discarding cards. And Suppression Field. Not too relevant. There's a Border Post. Spreading Seas. This might be the worst Spreading Seas I've ever seen. So we'll pick up our island with the Spreading Seas. Replay the island. Get in for 5. And pass the turn. Another Scryland for our opponent. Okay. Another Detention Sphere. Well, we can't do much about that, unfortunately. Gets rid of our Vendilion Click. Does slow down our clock a bit. Although, can we win next turn? Maybe. Let's just pass. End of turn we can Venser, bounce, Detention Sphere, get back Click. And that represents lethal, although they can gain life by discarding cards. There's the nodes. Well, let's do the same thing. Venser, bounce, Detention Sphere. Gets back our Vendilion Click. Click our opponent. Get rid of Sphinx's Revelation. We draw an island. Get in with everything. Huh? That's a lot of tapping. Alright, discards a plane, goes up to 9. Drops to 1. Alright, well, let's stop on our opponent's upkeep. Nodes triggers. And Deep Fiend, tap out our opponent's lands. Most of them. Alright, discards a Starfield, goes up to 4. I think our opponent's still dead, though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet! Well, that worked about exactly how we were hoping. Well, against this deck, we want Cryptic, and we want Negate, and we could Commandeer. Commandeer is kind of sweet. We'll take Commandeer. Because Plume Veil seems really bad. I'm assuming this is Enduring Ideal type thing. So go down Plume Veil, go down a Scourge of Fleets, and Now, maybe just one more Scourge of Fleets. Try it like that. This is a bit slow, but our opponent's deck is slow, so it's probably fine. Numinalia, Mono White Scryland. This is a lot of lands for our deck. Island, go. Opponent has a Nykthos and Suppression Field. Suppression Field does very little against our deck. Good lord. Alright, another Nykthos, best turn. Not counting our border posts, we only have 17 lands. So by that standard, 6 is quite a few. Another Numinalia. Our opponent has all the Scry lands. Opponent passes. Well, alright, there's our quest. Our lucky foil quest. Pass turn. Misfill Plains for our opponent. And another Suppression Field. Sure. And passes. Come on, quest counters. We have the sea creatures in hand. It's a border post. Well, let's just play Nykthos and pass the turn. Rune Halo for our opponent. Well, they're getting some Nykthos mana. Chooses Vendilion Click. Alright, we'll let it go. Quest for Ula's Temple. Reveals Stormtide. Alright, that's an actual card. Well, let's play an island. Pick up the island for a border post. And pass turn. Plains for our opponent. Helioid, God of the Sun. Okay. Is a creature. I think we gotta play Venser here. So let's play Venser. Bounce the God. Quest gives us, Voidmaid Prodigy. That's a good one. So let's cast Voidmaid. We might actually be able to get in some, it's gonna be expensive. But we can pay. Play an island, pass the turn. Oh man, we're one counter away from endless sea creatures. So close to Stormtides and Scourge of Fleets. Oh my goodness, we are so close. Oh, there's a Nodes. Nodes is pretty annoying. So let's sack Venser to counter it. And another Nodes. Alright, our opponent should not play their god. They are going to regret this. Oh, it's indestructible, so it works. That's actually kind of bad. Oh, we got there! Wistful Selkie! Woo! We're doing it! We're doing it, boys and girls! Alright, Wistful Selkie! We're actually going to get some quests for Ula's Temple action going. How much mana do we have? 7. Opponent's out of cards. Well, I guess we do it. 1, 2. Tap this. Play second Nykthos. Keep the untapped Nykthos. 12 mana. Play Dimir Guildmage. Draw a card. Jeez, that's so expensive. Elder Deep Fiend. Alright. Pass the turn. Beginning of each end step, we will start putting some sea creatures into play. Stormtide Leviathan. Down. Island Walk. Doesn't care about the god. And we get to put down a second one. We're actually super close to just winning next turn. With double Stormtide, that's 16 damage. What's our opponent draw? Nykthos, tapping, tons of mana. Ooh, Starfield. Alright. Animates all our opponent's stuff, but they can't actually attack. Oh, wow, the blowout! Oh, you shouldn't have done that, opponent. You should not have done that, because... we got you with the Scourge of Fleets. Oh, bounce all of our opponent's stuff. Oh my god. That was so good. Get in with our big Island Walker. Oh. Oh my goodness. And it's a combo. All of our lands are islands. Oh my goodness. So let's play our quest. Add some blue mana. Draw a card. Draw a card. Dimir Guildmage. Taking us through our deck. Oh, this is the best quest of Ula's Temple is ever going to be. Well, we might as well draw another card. Play Judge's Familiar. Play the Island. Pass the turn. Another Stormtide Leviathan into play. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Emerge a Deep Fiend. Sacking the Scourge. Nykthos. And Whitelands. And that should do it! Oh, we've got so much value out of our quest for Ula's Temple. This is the dream scenario. Oh, they have another Nykthos, but they don't have enough stuff because we bounced everything. Oh, the Starfield totally ruined our opponent. Oh my goodness. Ruined Halo. Oh no. Can give it protection from Stormtide Leviathan? That's actually really bad. Now we're only getting in for one? What else do we even have to that? I mean, we get to draw a ton of cards. And our opponent gave us the GGs. They're not dead though, but they gave us the GGs. Quest, triggers, border post on top. So let's border post, return a land, declaration of naught on Starfield of Nyx. So, our opponent thought we could attack and kill them, but our creatures can't attack because of... They have protection from Stormtide, so we can only attack with Judge's Familiar. So, let's make some mana. Draw a card. Void Mage. Draw a card. Judge's Familiar. Draw a card. Judge's Familiar. Play an island. Play Void Mage. Play Judge's Familiar. Play Judge's Familiar. Get in with Judge's Familiar. Put our opponent down to 9. And pestered. Nothing for our quests. Things could still go badly if our opponent wraths. Nodes. Kills a Judge's Familiar. Because we can't actually kill our opponent. Ghostly Prison. Alright, we don't really care too much about that. Another Nodes. Well, now we just need to find another Scourge, I think. Quest. Island on top. Well, let's Nykthos. Draw a card. Another land. Draw a card. There's a Scourge. I think that does it. Draw a card. Teferi. Alright, so there we go. Play Scourge. Man, our opponent's Starfield has been very bad for them. Bounce everything. Now we can attack for lethal. Get in with the Stormtides, and our opponent scoops it up. Oh, this should not be working. Not even a little, but it is. It is. It is. Whoa! So, what do we learn this week about Quest for Ula's Temple? And I can't believe what just happened. So we played 5 matches and we won 4 of them, meaning we won 80% of our matches with Quest for Ula's Temple. And even as far as games, we played 12 games and won 8 of them, giving us a 66% game win percentage. So somehow, against all odds, Quest for Ula's Temple is one of the most successful against the odds decks we've ever played. And I had no expectation of that going into it. We're playing Quest for Ula's Temple and Stormtide Leviathan and Scourge of Fleets. There's no way this should have worked as well as it did. So, of course, this was partly aided by the matchups. So we ran into a couple of lower tier decks, Possibility Storm, the blue-white Starfield deck, and but we did beat tier 1 decks as well in Sun and Moon and Tron, and we had a lot of luck. I will definitely admit that. There's no way this deck, if we played Tron 100 times, we'd probably lose like 90 some of those times, but we happened to draw Commandeer both the sideboarded games and steal Karns, which is one of the best things that, oh man, that's one of my all-time favorite things to have ever happened on Against Odds, stealing the Karns from Tron. And then against Sun and Moon, the other tier deck, we managed to peel a bribery just when we were about to lose to our opponent's Planeswalkers. So our luck was very strong. We ran into some lower tier matchups, and we got a little lucky to dodge hardcore aggro. You can see with the burn matchup, we just were pretty outclassed, and running into hardcore burn decks would be a problem with this deck, or hardcore aggro decks, because we don't really have interaction. Like, we have a couple of countery type things, Harbinger of Tides can bounce something, but we don't really have much interaction. So if our opponent's looking to kill us really quickly with Death Shadow or Goblin Guides or any of those aggro decks, we just don't really have much game there, being a mono blue deck, and then being a mono blue deck that's really lacking in interaction. But the deck worked well. I don't know what to say. We won several games because of our lucky sideboarding, and then we won some games just by hard casting are big, huge sea creatures, and that plan actually worked really well. We were able to generate the devotion with Nykthos, to draw a bunch of cards with Dimir Guildmage, and eventually just cast Stormtide Leviathans and Scourge of Fleets and so forth. And then we actually got Quest for Ula's Temple to trigger. The last game is the best example of that. We just went off with Quest for Ula's Temple. I think we played, what, 4 huge sea creatures, probably 30 mana worth of sea creatures for free, and it literally won us the game thanks to Quest for Ula's Temple. And in other games, it made our opponent play differently. Apparently, it's one of those cards where if your opponent sees it and it starts ticking up, they feel like they need to deal with it. Like, we had an opponent exile it with Nahiri rather than ticking Nahiri up towards ultimate. We had opponent Detention Sphere Quest for Ula's Temple rather than hitting our other stuff. So even when it's not really going off, it's still impacting the game in its own way because our opponent doesn't know what's happening and it makes them a little bit scared and they do things they wouldn't normally do. So in that sense, it was successful even when we weren't using it to put sea creatures into play. I don't know what to say. Somehow we just crushed everyone with Quest for Ula's Temple of all things. So I guess it's good. I mean... I don't know. I don't know what to say. So, I mean, it was fun to play, and it worked way better than anyone could have ever imagined. So, anyway, that's been our Against the Odds for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon.